Welcome back to another episode of Bar Banter right here at 29 West Hubbard, O'Callahan's. That's the bar I work at. That's the bar we're doing it from. It's on the third floor. And with me today, I have a guy from just around the corner, Orlando Orgaza.
Yes, sir. I work at Parlor River North, right around the corner. Like
Right.
You said, so.
Kinsey and Dearborn, Parlor River North, great pizza, good staff. Other than him, but I mean, it's good overall.
I'm pretty exceptional.
You're okay.
I'm all right.
Yeah, you do okay. You do.
I
okay.
say I'm a strong 6, light 7. Like staff wise.
I really do appreciate you coming on, and I do love the people at Parlor, and you guys really come into O'Callahan's, and your patronage is great. I mean, when you guys close up, you go up to the second floor, you hang out, and we all enjoy your company. And I send people to you, you send people to me, and it's a symbiotic relationship. And that's what part of this whole thing is about, is cross promotion, helping other bars here in River North just thrive together, right?
No, it feels good knowing that we have a sister bar. I always introduce you guys as like a sister bar. Like, hey, if you want,
are we the redheaded stepsister, or are we the good sister?
It's both. I kind of see you like the good sister, but also the redheaded. We can get wild sometimes.
Yeah,
we don't gotta.
Okay,
we can stay hush about it.
All right, that's cool.
But we always introduce you guys as like the sister bar. If you guys want to get a nightcap or like somewhere, to get late night food, good beer, good service, just a good time.
We appreciate
Always go to the sister bar right around the corner. We always tell people, take an exit, take a right. First right you see, boom,
there it is.
Sign.
There it is. There it is. Before we get started on our topics today, I want to just go on record saying that I want to say thank you personally to Dominic Stark, who has been the production master behind all of this so far. And round of applause to you, Dominic. I mean, you've done an awesome job, and all the editing that you see and everything that is put together and all the words you see on the screen and the clips put in, that's Dominic. So he's a gifted individual, and don't leave me, Dominic.
It takes a lot of skill and patience.
Just don't leave me.
A lot of patience.
If you leave me, I'll find you. All right. Let's talk about some topics today. Let's start off on the positive. Yeah, right? Because we all have our bitches and groans and gripes, right? Of course. I mean, we're going to get into a couple of those about people who annoy us, just douchebags, and you name it. But let's start positive, and I'm going to throw that to you.
So I can talk about my experience as bartender, like how I started and, what got me into it. So post-pandemic, I had no choice. I had to think about my family, think about how I'm going to be making money post 2021, 22. So bartending kind of landed accidentally. I met Wes Martin, who is also a manager at West Loop Parlor. Mm-hmm. Very big regular here too. So met him for the first time maybe October of 2021. Then he blessed me with an opportunity hey, you want to bartend here? Let's do it.
And now here you are.
And now here I am. Almost 2 years later. Let's make it 3 eventually.
Let's see how it goes.
We'll see. We'll see where the reviews
go. The jury's still out.
I told you, strong 6, light 7. But, you know, we're here. I'm blessed to be here.
Nah, you're stronger than that.
Always grateful for a job,
Let's talk about, you said something that intrigued me earlier. And the type of drink that you are. Right? So go on with that one.
So I would identify as an old fashioned. I'm an old fashioned only because I always, entering the world of bartending, this is my first bartending job ever. You want to make an impression, you want to make everything perfect. You want to be a perfectionist. The old fashioned to me is an example of perfection. It's a recipe that you want to follow. It's spirit, bitters, water, sugar, glass, orange, peel, whatever you want to do with it. But it's the epitome of textbook cocktailing. And to me, that's what I want to stay with. That's always what I stay with. It's simple, not too complex, but it's impressionable. That's the same way I am.
I feel like you're too smart to be on this show.
Is this a disqualifier?
I feel like you're kind of too reflective. I put myself as old-fashioned just because I'm old.
Oh.
Because in the elevator
you're fashionable. Look at this shirt.
Oh, yeah, isn't it nice? But in the elevator up here, you told me, he reminded me, Teddy, you're old enough to be my dad.
Oh, God.
And I was like, oh, shit. You're right, actually. Yeah.
That should be a compliment, though.
Yeah, whatever.
My father's 63.
Yeah, I'm not 63, so
no,
I
you're
don't
not.
don't put me in that category right now. Let's talk about what really annoys you or pisses you off when you're bartending.
The thing that annoys me is just the not like people that don't take consideration of who we are or how we get paid. For example, we don't do autograt at Parlor. We're not an autograt place.
That's auto gratuity.
Yes, sir. We let people know that when they close out, they have the opportunity. Like, hey, if you is tip included? No, it's not. You put that yourself. You want to put $100 or you want to put $10? That's up to you. But it's just a consideration of like they got to know how we work. They got to know like we get paid out on this. Our service is reflective on what you leave.
Okay, but can't you just tell immediately if someone's either worked in the industry or never worked in the industry?
You can and you can't.
Mostly you can.
Sometimes it's a shroud.
Yeah.
Dead giveaways are like, you want a shot of Fernet, you want a shot of Malort, boom.
Their industry.
I know that person's industry.
Right.
I know that.
No one comes into the bar and just asks for a shot of Malort who's just off the street.
Exactly.
Like they work in the industry, right?
Even if it's a shot of Fernet, like
either
you're from Argentina, where it's the most consumed liquor in that region. Like Argentina consumes the most Fernet in the planet.
No, Chicago consumes the most Fernet.
Well, so, I mean, when we're active after work, yeah.
Right. Yeah.
It's either that or your industry.
Yeah.
One of those two.
Yeah, one of those two.
But I don't know. I don't think it's a definite giveaway when people sit at the bar, who's industry and who's not. I think they have to do certain cues, the plate stacking when you're done with food. And little things like that. It's the little stuff.
Let me tell you something about plate stacking. I was with a girl for several years, and I've worked the industry back and forth for 30 plus years. And whenever we went out to eat, I would stack the plates just because first of all, I don't want it in front of me, but second of all, I'm just trying to help out the server. Right. And she was like, that is just so not good. It's just gauche. I'm like, you know what?
Wait, what was the word she used?
Gauche.
Gauche. What's gauche?
I don't know. I think it's appalling or stupid or low class.
Sounds like a mix of gosh and yuck.
Otherwise, I was
Gauche.
like, so after that, I was like, later, Tater. Like, done. Like, I'm just going to stack the dishes and, call you. Stack the dishes and call you an Uber.
How is that a red flag, though? Stacking plates? Like, what the fuck?
I know.
Trying to help.
I'm being helpful here,
like, helpful. Get him out of here.
Wait. You got a black Toyota Camry coming for you in 2 minutes, so get your shit together. You know what I mean?
Babu, yeah.
Regulars. I'm sure you have regulars.
I
right?
love my French. Fucking love my regulars.
Talk about your favorite regular. Give me like a 30-second synopsis. Go.
Well, why
are they great?
They're great because they take care of us.
Yeah.
It's that term is it's thrown around all the time.
Yeah.
The whole we'll take care of you, this and that. I never know if someone will. But these guys have been coming over for a long time. That it's we talk about life.
Yeah.
We talk about fatherhood. We talk about just shit that's going on in the week.
And that's one of the coolest thing about bartending or working in the service industry is you really do create friends.
So on a tangent, let me flip the roles real quick. Let me ask you a question. How do you separate the bartender role from the friend role? Because I've talked, this has come up a couple times. It's like, how do you separate professionalism from personal life?
You have to be very selective.
Yeah.
You have to get to know them for a while, I think. And then after you get to know them, I can trust this person to be a friend and not someone. You just make a connection. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's just like you either have a connection or you don't.
Would you confidently say you have people that you can attest to with what you just said?
Absolutely. Yeah. I have a lot of people like that.
Hell yeah.
What else bugs you?
I had someone today. They were on the phone. They had their AirPods in, and I asked them. I'm like, "Hey, how you doing?" They looked at me, continued their conversation, and looked back at their phone. They didn't say a lick to me. Stood there for 2 seconds, walked away.
Dude, just ignore them.
And I'm a big proponent of respect people's business, but it's also respect mine. You came into my bar. And you want to be on a call and don't be surprised if I don't come to you in 5 minutes. I'm taking into account your call.
Don't you sometimes just want to look at someone and be like, you're a douche. Mm-hmm. Seriously, you're just a douche, right?
Trust me.
Right.
You know how some countries require you to serve a year in the military or.
I know where you're going with this.
Yeah. Every single person, hot take. I don't care how you take this. I don't give a fuck what you feel about this. every single person needs to work at least a year in the industry.
I agree.
Server, bartender, busser, bar back, hostess. I don't care.
Yes.
Manager, even manager.
Did we just become best friends?
I think so.
Do you want to play Kung Fu in the Garage?
Of course.
Nice. Okay, so I've been saying this for years. Like, you
better choose that.
should be required to work in the industry for a year.
Of course.
And in all positions.
Because what do you learn? What do you learn from the industry? You learn respect for others. You learn how to earn an honest dollar.
You also learn debauchery.
Exactly. You learn how to thicken your skin.
Mm-hmm.
Because not everything you do is going to be right in the industry. You think you make a drink a certain way until someone who knows their shit comes by your bar and humbles you. You know? I've been humbled a couple times.
I'm never humbled.
Well, I told you. I'm only about 2 years in, almost 2 years in. So you got a couple years on me.
I get to the point where I'm like,
You're like, you think you know what you know? I know more than you.
No, I don't know.
It's like that one Parks and Rec episode where Ron goes into a department store and guy goes up to him and goes, "Hey, do you need help?" "I know more than you." And he just walks away. That's bartending in a nutshell.
And I was joking earlier, like I'm always willing to listen to advice or learn from people or whatever. Right. Like if you have something new that I might need to learn, great, show it to me.
Well, that's the vice. I feel like that's what separates some bartenders from others, even some servers from others. It's I don't mean to bring up the word old. The word old talks a lot. It's very, very synonymous with a lot of negative things. I know. I see the fumes. Teddy, we said you're 48. Don't worry. Don't you worry about that. But it's the mantra goes, old dogs that can learn new tricks.
Mm.
You know, just because you have 5 years in the industry, people think, oh no, I got experience over you. I know this much. No, you got to be open to learning new things. I know guys that have 10 years on me that I've shown them how to make an old fashioned my way. And they're like, oh, wow, that's awesome. Versus some of them that have been in the industry for 10 years, I show them how I make it. And they're like, no, that's wrong. That's where you differentiate who's going to succeed and who's not. You know?
Yeah.
People who want to learn are going to make it forward. People who don't are going to regress.
True.
You know,
he's so wise for 26, right?
I'm not.
You know, here's the thing. I like your idea, and I totally agree with the fact that people should have to serve in the industry for at least a year. I know Dom would agree with that too, because he's been raised in this industry, and to understand like what people go through. It's just kind of funny, and we're not complaining all the time. I love doing this. Yeah. Like I love interacting with people, but man, just if you're a douchebag, stay home. I don't know.
Or maybe the douchebag should get a server or bartender job and get humbled.
Maybe.
Call to action.
Yeah, call to action. All right, well, listen, Orlando, dude, I appreciate you being on. Want to say thank you again to Dom Stark for putting this whole thing together with me.
Shout out, Dom.
And once again, Weirdo Callahan's 29 West Hubbard. 4 a.m. bar from Wednesday through Sunday. Second floor bar is available. This is where this guy goes after his place closes. Thank you, Peter. Thank you, Dan. Thank you, everybody else and the entire staff here at O'Callahan's. But don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel and follow us on Instagram and everything. And let's make this guy a rock star. Bye.